Hello, Zerift, and welcome to Zerift's Mental Health Log. How you doing? Sorry this took so long to get up. I'm here to talk about 4 misconceptions about uh, not mental health, about inpatient. 4 misconceptions about inpatient. If you're wondering what brought this along, is because I've noticed in movies and TV shows a lot, they paint a lot of negative light image to the place where people with mental health issues go to get treated. And it's hard for people to go to these places if they have a misconception of what it's like. And yeah, I've been in a good one, I've been in a bad one, and I can tell you some of these misconceptions. I can tell you 4, and I can tell you what it's really like, which is what I'm going to do in this video, and hopefully paint the mental health hospitals in a more positive light. Number one. They will forcibly make you take your medication no matter what. No, this one is false. Unless it's an emergency, they cannot. I've even talked to a nurse about this while I was in the hospital. He told me straight up, they cannot make me take my medication. They have to write it down. I don't get in trouble. And a psychiatrist will ask why I didn't take my medication, and I'll probably explain to them something like, I had a bad reaction the other day and I really don't feel comfortable taking my medication. They goes, oh, that's understandable. Let's try to prescribe you for something else. And that's the other thing. They do not first give you your medication on your first day. They do not, from my experience. They have to put you under observation. They have to you have to see a psychiatrist first before they describe you. He has to review. It takes a couple of days, and then they put you on the pill, whatever medication they're going to put you on. So it's a process when you first get in, and it's not there when you first get there, and it's, yeah, and I even seen one where a therapist does it, and it's like that. No, a psychiatrist can prescribe medication. Like, no, it's like, it's a process, and then uh, and yeah, it's not, they can't forcefully make you take it unless it's an emergency. So this one is false. Number two. Number two. Number two. This isn't also a very big one, and one I see a lot of movies, is that they will forcibly keep you there against your will. Not true. They can't keep you there against your will. Unless it's emergency, they can't keep you against your will. The only other reason why you would be there is if you were brought in by a cop, voluntary arrest or otherwise. Like, well, I can't say that because I can't talk about other patients. But yeah, if you were brought under a circumstance by a cop, then you have to stay there for a few days, at least a week, to my knowledge. And even then, it's a week, and then you can leave anytime you please. If you feel that you need to leave in the process, that I learned to leave is you have to write a letter to your doctor. The doctor will put you a review, and if you want to leave, they'll let you leave. Unless it's an extreme emergency, and I mean an extreme emergency, they'll just let you leave. It's pretty much false. Number two is pretty much false. So That just leaves 2 left. Let's count down. Number 3. The staff, the nurses, and techs are against you. Yep. I've been in a good hospital and a bad hospital, and they are friendly as can be. They'll hang out with you. I knew one that would play guitar for us. I know one that would just hang out and talk about video games and movies and stuff like that. We talked about a lot of stuff, and really the most extreme thing I've ever encountered from a nurse was watching a very nerdy movie and being called a dork for watching it. And even then, she probably got in trouble for doing that. So, yeah, they're there to make your stay there comfortable as possible, because the last thing they need to do is agitate you. Which brings me to number 4, that there is no recreational time for inpatient. Not true. Not true. However, this does come with a but. The only time I've ever experienced that, and I was let out for good behavior, was the more severe mental health wing, where they can't allow you to have TV, they can't allow you because they don't want to agitate anybody, and this was a bad hospital, and even then I was only there for 3 days. I was let out for good behavior. So even then, I was let out for good behavior. I wasn't stuck there. I wasn't forced against my will and so forth. And I was brought over by a cop for that one. And so I was let out. And yeah, and I was there for a while, and yeah, they just couldn't. They can't keep you there and stuff, and most of the time, like from my experience, there's the other wing, and then it's recreational. They have playing cards, they have puzzles, which is pretty cheesy for adult wing, but it's recreational. Beggars can't be choosers. You get to watch TV, movies, you can talk, and you can get your fake coffee, because you have to go to the cafeteria to get real coffee. So, that's a story for another time. But yeah, they'll allow you to have newspapers and so forth. Yeah, yeah, this one's it's a big misconception, basically, is that all this negativity towards the hospital. So, yeah, and from my experience, it's been in a positive light so far. So, uh, so this is, thanks for listening. I hope I've painted a much more positive image of a mental health hospital. And inpatient. So this is Zerift signing off.